There's a family of a middle school student in Jacksonville, Florida. They're suing the district after their son experienced a series of unbelievably racist attacks and was capped by an even more unbelievable response from his teacher and administrators. Let's jump into this first incident of a few here. So according to a notice of intent to sue provided to News 4 Jax, the incidents began on March 9th when a student used a derogatory racist word against Alyse Beechem's son, an exchange that led to a physical skirmish between the two students. Beechem's son, who was black, immediately reported the incident to the school's dean. And according to the document, the dean contacted Beechem and told her that her son would be suspended for 3 days, allegedly saying, "Words don't hurt, and he needs to know how to handle things better." The other student in the exchange was also suspended, but no formal investigation was launched at that point. Incident number 1, he got suspended for getting in a fight after he was verbally attacked. Almost a month later, on April 6th, the document alleges that another student stole Beechem's son's backpack and used the same derogatory term multiple times with other students and his teacher present at the time. Again, the document says Beechem's son, quote, defended himself. After reporting the incident to Warner, Beechem said her son's concerns were dismissed by the educator and that he was placed on a 3-day in-school suspension. That's incident number 2. There's more. Again, on April 12th, the document claims that the racist term was employed yet again by a student, and Beechem's son again reported it to the teacher. He's probably tired of hearing this and having to get in fights over it. The teacher told Beechem's son that he gets mad when someone calls him the N-word, but he thinks he can say it about himself, is what the document said. Beechem's son asked his teacher, how would she feel if someone called her a cracker? And she responded by calling him an N-word and saying, you don't have the privilege to call white people crackers because black people are beneath white people. This is what his teacher said after he's been harassed and attacked and his belongings have gotten stolen by multiple kids in his school. Crazy. So after all this, 3 incidents, and the teacher says, we know you can't even respond. You can't give us this equal, potentially offensive thing because you just don't have that stature as a black person. Sounds like we've discovered the reason why she wants nothing to do with this. So finally, as far as this potential legal activity or action that's gonna come from Beechem's mom, according to the intent to sue, another instance where the N-word was weaponized against Beechem's son occurred on May 4th. Is this the 4th time, maybe 5th? And 2 days later, was again dismissed by the school's dean. Quote here, the school and the district are aware of this allegation, a DCPS spokesperson said. Because it is a matter of potential future litigation, the district is not able to make any public comments regarding the claims. I wonder if that teacher's still talking. I wonder how much more discussions are being had there. So you got this attack on this student over and over and over and over again. He also left her classroom and has since put him behind even further because he probably can't concentrate in the school where he's being attacked. But this is just a matter we can't talk about right now.
Okay, so look, if you saw the first one, you say, okay, kid calls another kid a word. It's a terrible, terrible word to get into a fight, but both are suspended, okay? Now the principal of the dean says words don't hurt. That's problematic, okay? But then it happens 4 more times. And the second time they steal his backpack, when he tries to get the backpack back, he's suspended again. The guy who stole the backpack, from what we can see, not suspended. The 5th time that he says they're calling me the N-word over and over and over again in the school, and the dean goes, whatever, don't care. Gee, I wonder what kind of school this is. Okay, then if you weren't sold on all of that, I mean, the teacher, that quote was devastating because black people are beneath white people. And I guarantee you, if you ask that teacher, are you racist? She'll say, no. No, I just think black people are inferior to me. I'm not racist. I swear to God, she'll say that. Like, for right wingers, they think, well, if I haven't lynched a black man, how could you call me racist? Brian.
Yeah, I mean, like, what is there to say? I mean, this is the kind of thing where anybody with any sentient being would be able to look at this and see how ridiculous it is. I mean, it's in a way, it with like the rise of social media, it really does suck that we are exposed to so much of this. But at the same time, having this kind of exposure allows us to, put these people under a spotlight that they deserve to be under, like this teacher in this school district, and hopefully see either litigation or just some, social justice, just people knowing who these people are. I guess that's one silver lining of this, but I mean, it's just like a sad state of affairs, and just, in terms of who these people are, but also, this kind of behavior is emboldened by a lot of what we see in politics, and it's just, this is why we fight against these people.
Yeah, look, to Brian's point, it's unnerving to all of us, right? We all now deal with the stress when we see stories like this. And if you're a good person, it bothers you, right? But think about all the things we haven't seen for hundreds of years, right? Exactly. Until the cameras came out, until the people started reporting it. How many times did this happen? Millions of times. And what happened every time? They all say, oh no, just trust the white people. Don't trust the black people, trust the white people. It's disgusting, and I'm really glad we're seeing it, especially for the coastal places, California, New York, et cetera, the coast, because you might not live in a racist area, and this might be like, holy cow, that doesn't really happen, does it? Jared, does it really happen? How many stories have we covered, Jared?
Yeah, after they're talking about the police brutality, every black person had a story. They're like, please. It's because they're real.
Exactly. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.